going on, guys? I'm going to check out a video from Candace Owens. Apparently, she's talking about Chrissy Teigen. Well, I'm seeing a lot of people do videos on right now. Like, a lot of people saying some accusations too that I'm like, damn, that's pretty intense. But let's see what Candace has to say about it. You know, she's a pretty valid source of information. Go and check out her channel, man. Make sure you check that out, man. Got to check the source.
Many moons ago, I read this book by author Rodney Stark. It was entitled How the West Was Won. It's really a great book. Excellent. You should read it. Anyways, there's a chapter in it where he talks about the Aztec civilization and the amount of child and just altogether human sacrifice that took place. And in this one section, he intimates this Harvard researcher, his name was David Carrasco, who was moved to actually write a book about the human sacrifice after he reviewed a ritual receptacle where the remains of 42 children laid, quote, as a messy remnant of a 15th century precious offering to the rain gods. So you can imagine that you're this Harvard researcher, you go down and you're looking at this and you're going, my goodness, they sacrificed children.
That's intense. That's extremely intense, man. That's a lot.
All because they thought, yeah, well, if we do this, then for sure the gods will recognize that we're really good people and it will rain. Yeah, that is really barbaric. And I've started to realize this. Somehow in our advanced society, we always look back on those things and we're shocked and we're surprised. And I think in our mindset is, we would never. How could the Aztecs have done this? Oh, you just should instinctively know that that is so wrong to sacrifice children. Us? No, we are civilized. We are so civilized. Except when you think about it, we actually do all the exact same things. We just use better technology. And I guess part of the technology is the psychology that comes along with it. We believe that because we use technology, we're not barbaric. We hold on to this belief that we're somehow more moral. And that idea was actually reinforced. If you guys listened to Friday.
That's only one true God. That absolutely. That's my views. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion, right? I'm only riding with, the Lord.
Today's episode, I had on two guys who I really appreciate, both of them so much. I had on Ami Kozak and Dave Smith, and they were debating Israel versus Palestine. Riveting discussion. But then there was this point where Ami was talking about just how barbaric.
That was Jesus, by the way, in case you didn't know. I'm Team Jesus.
Eric October 7th was really talking about the savages and what they did to the Israelis. And by the way, point for him. Absolutely. He's right. It was barbaric. I was quite shocked when Dave Smith offered back. Yeah. And what are they doing in response? The exact same thing. You're dropping bombs on innocent children and innocent women and innocent families, and you're killing them as a response. That is murder. And I think Ami was taking.
This video is for educational purposes as well. Just gotta make sure I state that.
Quite aback by that. Like, what do you mean? It's murder. This is totally different. We're dropping bombs on homes. Again, we have some technology which makes what we're doing less barbaric than the people who parachuted in and did the same thing. Like, they killed innocent people.
That's crazy.
But of course, that topic has nothing to do with child sacrifice. We would go, okay, no. We would never, of course, sacrifice a child for something like rain. That seems crazy. Well, if you think that's crazy, you should listen to Chrissy Teigen. She would certainly like a word after something that she posted on Instagram over the weekend. Now, before I show you what
she needs to throw her phone away. That she needs to throw her. Some of those tweets, like from her Twitter, which is so outrageous, my nigga. So it's like, I understand people just, just saying stuff and them not really even meaning it. But her reaction to it after the fact just screams delusional and crazy. Right. But let's hear what Candace got to say.
What she posted on Instagram, it's quite shocking what she said. We should just appreciate Chrissy Teigen as a brand in general, because I've never seen someone who is trying to brand being pro-death. That's what she's done, really. If you look at her career, if you look at really the collapse of her career, the hashtag that I started, Surviving Chrissy Teigen, when I realized this remarkable thread, Chrissy Teigen likes the concept of children and teenagers dying. This is why she notoriously was telling young women, teenagers.
Yeah. Damn. I just so happen to know a lot of these incidents. But yeah, I think I remember her telling, if it wasn't an actress, it was a girl that was like maybe 16, 15 or something like that, who she like slid in her DMs and was telling her that she needed to delete herself from the video game. If you know what metaphor I just stated. She's nasty. That's pretty disgusting. Pretty nasty. Let her finish and then we're going to hit it with a nasty song.
At the time, to kill themselves. I'm not kidding, to kill themselves. I'm going to remind you of this tweet that she wrote about Lindsay Lohan. She wrote, Lindsay adds a few more slits to her wrists when she sees Emma Stone. Oh, how sweet.
It was more than one, Chrissy? Chris, I thought it was just that one girl. More than one teenager?
Totally normal for a full adult married woman to be writing that about Lindsay Lohan, but that wasn't it. It got worse, of course, on the topic of Courtney Stodden, who was another celebrity who got married when she was 15, and then she sort of had a reality TV show. Well, she wrote this to Courtney Stodden because apparently she liked to watch the TV show. My Friday fantasy at Courtney Stodden, you, a dirt nap. Baby. Yeah, dirt nap, meaning buried beneath the ground, dead. Baby, she loves that. When Courtney Stodden was...
Yo, fam, Candace reading that out is crazy too. Say, baby. But that's, yikes. That goes beyond trolling, right? I don't mind the good troll, but I think that some people, they can take it too far. Like putting the title of trolling on top of it does not make it okay to say the most disgusting and foul things. Like that's way too damn far. Let's hit it with a nasty song. Why are you wishing that on me? That's what?
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Crazy. Very crazy.
It's making the rounds and giving interviews and telling journalists that she wasn't just harassed publicly by Chrissy Teigen. She was also harassed privately by Chrissy Teigen. She said, quote, she wouldn't just publicly tweet about wanting me to take a dirt nap, but would privately DM me and tell me to kill myself. Things like, quote, I can't wait for you to die.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling, that's not just trolling. She can't just say, oh, I was just playing. I was joking. No, come on, fam. It's so many Chrissy Teigens in this world too. That's the sad part.
I cannot tell you how extraordinary that is. Just thinking about a grown adult married woman feeling inspired to jump into the DMs of a teenager and encourage them to kill themselves, of course.
Babe, if I was John Legend, I would have to look at her differently. I'm sorry. I couldn't be her husband. I would look at that like, wow, how nuts are you? Especially, you got to tell me you that crazy. I can't just find that out. You got to let me know.
Of course, what if she had done it? What if Courtney Stodden had killed herself? What if Lindsay Lohan had slit her wrists? What if Bristow Palin, who was also bullied by Chrissy Teigen and spoke out about it, and she wasn't the only one. It was also Farrah Abraham who spoke out. What if any of these women felt compelled to harm themselves or to kill themselves because of the words?
I ain't going to edit it out either. This ain't getting monetized for sure because of the subject matter. I'm not going to edit it out either. F it. Watch more videos if you can, or if you even want to.
Of a A-list celebrity, which she was at the time, married to John Legend. Yeah, that's pretty dark and pretty grim. But anyways, Chrissy Teigen kind of left the public conscience. Actually, people got it right and condemned her when they started recognizing this trend that I had exposed. Well, guys, hold on to your horses because she ain't done yet. If you're wondering what moves Chrissy Teigen to tears, well, it's the concept of dead babies. Take a listen to what she posted onto her personal Instagram page.
Hearing stories from your clinic, hearing that so many women come in there and it's not a place of sadness all the time. It's not a place where people are feeling at their darkest points or anything like the world wants you to think. Some people go in there with so much hope and so much excitement because they know that they have a future. And so to see that so many people out there and the stories that you shared at your clinic of people having so much hope and positive.
I don't like neither one of these people on stage right now. Especially, I'm definitely not a Kamala fan. Definitely not.
Activity and a new outlook on life. It doesn't have to be this place of darkness and scary. And the level of comfort I felt just being at your clinic was so incredible. But I started crying once I saw this beautiful mural of butterflies above the operating suite. And I took one look at it and my eyes filled with tears. And I looked over at Dr. Zoe and she looked me in the eye and she said, you could have had.
I was sitting over here trying to figure out what Chrissy Teigen looked like. She's sitting over there looking like the Megan doll. I don't know. Y'all know Megan. Y'all know Megan? The horror movie? Y'all gotta know Megan. Don't let me get a picture of this. Remember when she be dancing? Let me see. Hold on. See if I can grab a picture. Tell me you've watched the horror movie Megan, yo. Chrissy looking just like her right now. You see, I'm trying to find a good representation. Let me see. I could just switch the screen. That'd be more convenient, actually, instead of downloading it and all this. Give me 2 seconds. Just switch the screen. Yeah, she looked like Megan. You can't tell me that's not Chrissy Teigen. You can't. Nigga, that look just like Chrissy. Nigga, that is Chrissy, nigga. I'm fully convinced. That's Chrissy. Looks just like her, bro. They look just like it. Just imagine Chrissy coming down the hallway. Why did they make the robot do that? I will never understand. Why did they? That robot was getting crazy in the hallway, nigga. Like, I was like, that is scary. If I seen that, I would run. That would be pretty damn terrifying. She over here. Like, why do you even know what the Batman dance is? Megan. Megan. It's crazy.
Butterflies.
I am just so disturbed. Please tell me. I know that there are plenty of people who follow me, young women who follow me, and you're not fully on the Candace train. You find this conversations that I start at least to be interesting, and maybe you are still pro-choice. But please tell me that you recognize how dark and disturbing that is. A woman brought to tears about the concept of an abortion clinic, looking up in a mural, moved to tears, going, oh, okay, at least when these women are being quote unquote operated on, what she means is that when these children quite barbarically are ripped out of their mother's wombs and literally torn limb from limb, they are poisoned. At least there's a butterfly mural that you can look up above. Because art makes people happy. She's moved to tears talking about words like hope. These women feel hope. These women should feel inspired. These women should feel excited walking into this clinic. Yeah, these are not adjectives or nouns, even when I was pro-choice, that I would have used to describe the process of abortion. Now, I've been actually very kind on the issue because I recognize why I was pro-choice. I was heavily propagandized in the classroom to believe that it was a clump of cells. I was heavily propagandized in the classroom to believe that the sacrifice, because that's what it is, would be worth it. Because think about how...
I'm extremely indecisive on this topic. I think I've told you guys plenty of times. The way I feel is I'm riding with Team Jesus. And they told you had that baby, you better have that baby. But at the same time, I can't control what somebody does with their body. So I'm like in between a rock and a hard place with that topic, right? I'm against that act because I think if God wanted you to have a baby, then that's what God wanted you to do. But at the same time, it's hard for me to agree with trying to control someone's body by force. right? So yes, I'm in between with that.
How unfortunate that child's life would be if you had a child when you were 18 or 19. And I watched my friends get abortions with those exact same perspective. And I know that those women are not pro-death, even though they were misled. And I think that the pro-life lobby just has to do a better job at recognizing that these people are not evil. When I look at Chrissy Teigen, a woman who has chosen to have IVF to have one of her children just because she wanted a surplus. It wasn't like she didn't already have her kids, but she wanted to have a fourth child, and she decided to go through the process of surrogacy and IVF.
Yeah, y'all saying it's an industry now. Can't front. I do think that's disgusting. Right? It's just, yeah, I'm not comfortable with it. Right? Don't think that I agree with it at all. It's my opinion is just, it's hard for me to tell somebody what to do with their body. I wouldn't want anybody to force me to do anything in my body. Right? I got tattoos, and I believe that you can't, or you're not supposed to have tattoos, right? If I'm not mistaken in the Bible. I want to get my tattoos removed, but I feel like if that's something you want to do, that's something you want to do. Right? So yeah, that's how I feel with that. It's, I don't know. It's just like I said before, it's like I'm in between a rock and a hard place.
When I look at her being moved to tears over a mural, over the concept of a woman walking in to end a baby's life, I think that is an evil. I think this woman is so disturbed. I hope she finds God. I don't think she will, because I recognize that she is a part of a satanic system. And I am not using that word lightly. I am being serious when I say that Hollywood is attempting to glamorize child sacrifice. What she is trying to do is glamorize what the Aztecs did. That's it. That's the truth. She's glamorizing death. And no, she's not saying that at the end of this, it's going to rain, right? If you kill your kids and you look up, maybe the clouds will cover the sky and suddenly rain.
Like a lot of you guys agree with that aspect. I'm not supporting it at all. I guess maybe I understand to some degree, or when I'm not even understanding the act, just understanding not wanting someone to control what you do with your body. That's the only part to where I'm like, yeah, I can't get down with that. But if you just ask me what I personally feel, have the damn baby. What's wrong with you? Yeah, don't. You better not go to that clinic. But that's just my personal opinion with it. But then also, like, if you was asked me, should the government be able to like mandate on? I don't like that. I don't like them having control over you or your body, even if I disagree with the act. You know what I mean? But that's where I stand with it. So I agree with everything you guys are saying in chat, right? Personally, yeah, I'm against it. But I'm also against people controlling what someone can do with their body, right? But that's more so towards if the government wants to control or make a law and yada, yada.
Will come down. Or the Aztecs also did it to build a temple, right? To sacrifice children so that they could build a temple as an offering to the god. No, she is saying that if you kill your kid, think about the hope of your career. So they're promising you. You're going to sacrifice, and then you're going to have more money, and you're going to have more financial success. Look at us. Look at me. Look at me, a Hollywood star. You don't have to believe in God because Hollywood is your God. We are the gods, the A-listers.
It's crazy.
Shockingly, John Legend jumped into the comment section when she posted this clip. Well, she just unironically posted this clip after knowing that her brand is child and teenage death. And he said, "I'm so proud of you." Yeah, he's just so proud of her. Wouldn't you just want this person to be the mother of your children? Someone moved to tears by the idea of dead children.
I remember the first time I seen John Legend in real life. Me and my friend was laughing. We was like, this nigga looks so fake. We could just read it off this nigga. Like, this nigga look fake as hell, fam. And look, he's showing it. This nigga is a bot. He is a bot, bro.
And they are wonderful. They are excellent. Let me tell you guys something. You better wait.
Y'all going in the comments. You don't want a baby? I can't even read the rest of that. But yeah, don't engage in the act if you don't want to be. There's so many precautionary things that you can do, right? So yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Can't even argue with that, right? There's so many things precautionary that you can do before it even gets to that point. So yeah, you guys are right with that aspect for sure.
Wake up to what is happening in Hollywood, because every way in which they are leading our children, our teenagers, and our society, it is toward demonism. There's just no question. I believe that she is possessed by a demon. Yeah. I think Chrissy Teigen needs an exorcist ASAP. And I am not saying that lightly. Like, for real, call a priest and get an exorcism for Chrissy Teigen.
This video is for educational purposes. Just want to make sure that's clear, just for educational purposes. Damn.
Because that right there is not normal. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. But I will tell you something. If you are concerned about this concept of demonism, if you are recognizing that what we are actually fighting on earth is a spiritual battle, then I need to tell you that you should be downloading Hallow. I'm excited for the summer because I'm able to stay consistent in.
Go ahead, get your ish off. I ain't mad at it. Do your thing. Especially you've been shut down for so long. But yeah, fam, I do think that she has a lot of valid points. Like you guys were saying in the chat, man. Chrissy is wilding. I do think that she's bucked out. Right? I don't think she's a good person in any way, shape, or form. I've seen a lot more than what Candace just said. I think John Legend and her are both bots. Right. And I wouldn't take anything that they say serious. But that's just my personal opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Also, hit the like button, share the video. And don't forget to go and check out Candace Owens, man. I highly, highly recommend it. Chrissy Teigen, on the other hand,